Good morning. I hope you are having a wonderful day and ready for the weekend. Today, we are really here to talk about how you can maximize your productivity when you are traveling. And more specifically, when you're traveling for work or when you are traveling with family but still have work that has to happen while you are gone. So, I want to share with you my top three tips and help explore what those tips are and what I use for each and every one of those. So, the first one I want to encourage you to do is to ensure that if you are using a tablet or a phone, that you have some essential apps on those devices. If you are using a laptop, you probably already have them on there or have access to them. But these are great things that can help you have a mini office on the go. So, first and foremost is ensuring you have your email and your calendar app on them. I want to encourage you not necessarily to have the notifications turned on for these. You want to be able to manage how and when you check those items. Perhaps your calendar, you do need the notifications on so you know of your next upcoming meeting. But that email, you check when it fits correctly into your day for you. You don't have to let incoming email disrupt your day. The next one is that to-do list. So we all have our list of activities that has to happen. Hopefully you are prioritizing that each and every day and at the start of the week for the week. Make sure you have the ability to access that on the go. So if you are traveling and you don't have access to your laptop, make sure you have a version of that on your phone. I personally like to have the applications that I use to connect with my teams. So I love Slack and I have Slack on my phone. Now, again, this is another app that I don't necessarily keep notifications on all the time. If I'm expecting a response, I may, but typically the notifications are off and I have to open and check the app in order to connect. But it allows your team to stay in touch with you, ask questions they need of you, and it allows you to communicate with them and do it at a pace and a time that works for you. If you use a different communication tool, if you use Microsoft Teams, if you use Zoom chat, whatever it is, make sure you have access to that on your phone. And again, watch those notifications. You don't want it to end up being disruptive to you. Now, this next app I use is really the Google Suite. Now, if you work for a larger company, you probably have Microsoft Office, Office 365, and you want to make sure you have access to that on the go. For smaller businesses, for cost and functionality, typically you might have the Google Suite, and I encourage you to have the basic applications on your phone so that you can access them, especially Google Drive. This will allow you access to your files on the go. You can also set those files to be available offline. So if you don't have a connection, you can look at that. And the last one I like to tell people to have on their phone is what I have, Cam Scanner. Now, you might have a different software that does the same thing. This is scanning on the go. So when you are not in your home office, you don't have access to that beautiful printer sitting back there behind me that also functions as my scanner. You need a way to scan in a document quickly. Typically, your phone can service this with this application. All you do is use your phone's camera and you can scan a document and send it off. This is great if you happen to be traveling in the midst of a major purchase in your life. So if you are buying a car, buying a house, and you are sending documents back and forth, this application is a lifesaver. Now, the second thing I want to encourage you to do is have your portable office. And this is really those key tools you're going to need to be truly effective. Now, most of us, for a day or two, we can function on just our laptop and the laptop keyboard. But if you are going to be gone for a week or more, make sure that you have an external wireless keyboard and a wireless mouse. This is going to make your life so much more comfortable. We're all used to typing on the full-size keyboards. We need a mouse to do a lot of activities. Your touchpad on your laptop is great, but for long-term usage, if you're going to be gone for more than a couple of days, make sure you have that. Another thing you want to do is those noise-canceling headphones. Airports are noisy places. Airplanes are noisy. Have a set of headphones that can be noise canceling so you can focus on the work that you are doing. This is also helpful in a hotel if you happen to have some noise, if you have to check out because your checkout time is 11 a.m. and you're not going to the airport until 2 and you're sitting in the hotel lobby doing some work. This is a great way to help. It also comes in really handy at your coffee shops. A portable charger. So I love my Anchor item, but whatever device you have, just make sure you have access to some excess battery power. All our devices are powered by batteries, and you want to make sure that you can charge on the go should you end up low. Also, be sure you're going to charge overnight so that you have things ready to go on your days where you are traveling. I recommend carrying with you a power strip or some sort of power device that has at least 2 plugs and 2 to 3 USB ports on it. This is going to help you charge multiple devices in that hotel room or at the airport when you can only find access to one plug. So it's great for that. And for a lot of people, they have a cable organizer. Now, I don't personally have a cable organizer. My laptop sleeve actually has houses for my cords as well as my mouse and other things. But if you don't have something to that, you don't want all those devices rolling around in your bag and everywhere else and trying to figure out what you have. So a cable organizer is going to be super helpful for you. And last but not least on this item, if you travel regularly and you travel and you work while you are traveling, you may want to consider investing in a portable laptop monitor. Now, these connect onto your laptop screen or sit right next to you on the table. These are great to help you have excess screen space and to do what most of us have gotten very used to doing, and that's the dual monitors. So you might want to consider that if you're a regular road warrior. Now, the last thing I want to really talk to you about is balancing work and personal life while you are on the go. So one, follow step 2, have those portable workspace items in your arsenal and make sure you're ready for that. The next one is try to stick to a normal schedule as best you can. You have a normal time that you get up in the morning, you have a normal bedtime, you have a normal time that you eat throughout the day. Try and maintain that schedule as best you can because that's going to help you perform your best. It's going to help avoid your body going into any type of travel shock, but it can't always be done, but maintain it as best you can. Use your downtime effectively. So if you are at an airport or on the plane or you are waiting somewhere for someone else to show up, use that time to get a little bit of work in so that when you finish your day, you can turn off and rest and rejuvenate. If you have any more questions on any of these 3 tips, please DM me or message me, leave me a message here on the channel, and I will get right back to you. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you can maximize your productivity when you travel.